Hello, welcome back to another episode of Zetsu Plays Fallout 4. And yeah, the last episode we kind of did a whole load of stuff actually, and from the noise you can probably hear, I don't know, a little array slash particle accelerator for teleportation into the Institute is on the agenda for today. But yeah, that's more or less what we did the last episode. At the moment we're basically just gearing up to go and invade the actual Institute place. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen after that, but once you get in there we can crack on and see what's happening. But yeah, before we do push on, I guess, if you do like this sort of content, do drop a like, do comment below if you want to see, if you want to comment on or seek, I guess, to improve on my current playstyle. And by all means, subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. And of course, just enjoy the content too. But with all that said and done, let's push on, shall we? Right, back on the big screen. So I think I told the Desdemona and let's get in this place. I mean, is it looking a bit of a shit show with all these generators around? But that's what I had to do to get this working.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, we need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the railroad has. It's time you learn about Bitrate.
Huh, I thought we'd know this.
I like the name. Sounds encouraging.
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
Bring it on. We've
Bring
already
it
done
on.
this before, but
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
alright, let's
Stand on the
get
platform.
going.
I'll take it from there.
Right. Oh, I'm locked in place.
So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing
I swear, Desdemona, wouldn't you mind us coming
Just
across a
get
little
all the
bit?
information you can. About
It's a bit
Sid,
creepy you looking
about
around the corner like
Institute's
that.
plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the R up. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now,
I found some of the old pieces. That's hilarious. Immaculate level. Right, so we finally in here. Easy. So we could just pull it, whack it in this computer. Before I do that, just in case it like sets something off, a quick little gander. Actually, that flip lighter would come in handy. So c.i.t. Okay, so it's definitely that place. That wasn't a lie. Before we progress on any further.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
But how do I know you're not... I don't think he's patron though, are you? Okay. But I'm guessing as father's already spoke to us, this is probably the way we need to go, right? Kind of crazy, but no one knows we're actually here though. Institute jumper. You know what's gonna happen soon, lads. Lads, people, dudettes, all sorts. We're gonna have to try that jumper on. What is going on? Oh, my controller went completely AWOL then.
It's stuck.
Inaccessible. Okay. What? Okay, so what? Oh, this does it automatically. Alright.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
That's interesting. Should I give a jumper on before I go to meet the guy? I say jumper though, like does it mean like a whole jumpsuit or just literally a jumper? Spanner. It's a weird looking spanner. Shaun. Easy.
Shaun?
Huh? Yes, I'm Shaun.
Is it you?
Shaun? Is that really you?
Who are you?
I'm your mom, I guess.
Shaun, it's me.
In the game.
I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Let's do that
Shaun,
one.
Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Let's go with that.
It'll be okay.
Might as well, innit? So.
Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Okay, this is I'm getting a bit sus from all of this, I'm not gonna lie. Talk to me.
Please, Shaun. I'm your mother. To talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father?
Thematically,
Father,
this seems
help
like a... Okay, what's going on here?
Shaun. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Oh, I knew it. It's so sus.
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am father. welcome to the Institute.
Father, that's like that's kind of like you know what is it like brother, big brother from the George Orwell book. I forgot which one it's called, 1984, 1964, one of the two, or whichever one is the correct one. Okay, so give me Shaun, I guess.
Give me Shaun. The real Shaun. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been real. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Shaun.
Easy.
I am your son.
Now that you think about it, it does make complete sense, because what when Kellogg took Shaun, that was probably like mid cryo cycle. Probably not mid, obviously, because if he was, he'd be like over 100 years old, but he would have to be old, I'm guessing, so that makes kind of sense.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Okay. Guess it makes
Hell of a
sense.
story, but I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production, but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Okay, so they need specimens. That's probably why in what Dom and Steve are talking about kidnapping people, or the industry has that bad stigma, I guess, or something like that.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this
Okay.
wasteland,
Also makes more
radiation
sense.
affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary.
So we went to the
Then
vaults,
the
I'm guessing.
Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Synthetic organics, what on earth does that actually mean? Does that mean it's organic material created synthetically, or does it mean it's actually robotic or robotics with organic similarities? I have no idea, but a bit convoluted in that statement, but let's push on.
Shaun. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Alright, let's talk about Kellogg.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
So you used him.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Yeah, the father bit.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
That's the last one, I guess, the Institute.
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Doesn't matter. What does that even mean? Alright, let's press that.
Doesn't matter what they think.
Ah, okay, got it.
What matters is what you do.
I'm glad we see it the same way. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Sure, let's go ahead.
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
Let's just progress, I guess.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them. and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay. Is there anything I can take? Let me see what's in that room behind him now. That globe. Clean globe. I was about to say, this is like the most dead room to actually sleep in. I was like, what's going on there, man? Folder. Got some ammo rounds behind the mirror for some reason. Ooh. Some of the stimmy packs. Is this the bed thing, I'm guessing? That's an interesting looking bed. Where is this going? Is this in the same room? Or is this like the overseer's room or something like that? I just saw like Shaun something. Shaun's terminal password. Okay. Then we guess he's gonna have like some dark secrets on that. Some dark secrets I'm gonna regret reading or knowing about. Man, I don't have any like clothing stuff anyway, do they? Let's check up here quickly and then we'll push on to meet the deputy heads, you could probably say.
Are your visual receptors out?
Welcome to the Institute, ma'am. Carry on, ma'am.
What's going on here? Lawrence Higgs.
Don't make
Excuse me, Doctor.
As in like the Higgs particle, easy.
robots to do all their work. They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
Bit of ironic humor there, I guess. So no argument here.
No argument here.
Nice to meet someone who isn't obsessed with replacing people with machines. I've been saying for years that we're too reliant on these synths, but nobody wants to listen. Maybe you can talk some sense into them. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Easy.
Excuse me.
All systems nominal.
This is like very Star Trek-y in a weird kind of way. Directors, recordings. Should have pressed square for that one. Good luck trying to find that in my inventory. I might just leave it, but we'll see. A lot of folders though, innit? I don't know why they've got so many folders in this place. Man, it's like when you go to the Sea Life Centre and you get that little tube, you get like sharks swimming around. It's like that, man. Right, so I think that's just kind of where we've gone. So let's go back out through the main entrance and go that way because I'm getting a little bit disorientated. Upload encrypted message on any Institute terminal. Is that an optional question, did it say? Oh no, it isn't. Okay, I just thought it was. I saw like a bracket and I just thought that must be like a thing or whatever. So I'm starting to wonder, is it like even wise for me to just upload some random clean room soon? Okay. I've already got the jumper. I'm not gonna lie, this shower though is kind of sick though. Like if you had a shower like that every morning, like looking like this, it'd be kind of lit. Same time, a bit too bright. Although you know, get that. Is it cortisol, whatever it's called? But get a bit of a healthy dose of that in the morning. I don't think it's cortisol. I have to look that up. I can't even remember. Actually, no, I think cortisol's the stress hormone. But yeah, whatever. I'll figure it out in post. Let's see if we can whack it on this terminal. Well, that was quick. So it's not this terminal, it's one down there, is it? I don't even know, to be honest. I'm a bit lost. Let's get back down. Not gonna lie, it's a cool layout to actually have for like an actual house. I need to stop just randomly scouring people's apartments. Right, let's crack on, shall we? So how do I get back down? That's the question.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Is this on new or not?
I know that suit. You're one of those people who lives underground.
Oh, the vault.
Hi there.
Hello.
Ah, okay. I thought it was like an actual like NPC, but it's just like one of those ones. I need to actually get down. I'm literally lost at this point. I'm stuck, I should say. Do I have to go back through the overseer's room, or should we just keep going down this way? Maybe this way's better.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Right, let's get down to the bottom. And here we go.
No visible reaction in the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job.
Whoops.
Now hold still.
But this person's gonna start screaming.
There. All done. You can return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Bit sus to be saying that.
All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold. Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
Good idea.
After what I've been through, a checkup is probably a good idea.
I should think so. Who knows what you might have been exposed to up there? How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
Random police sirens blasting outside.
So you're father's mother, but he's older than you. That's weird.
Is weird. Won't lie.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little...
We're all looking forward to working with you. Your request to the
You're here.
Division.
Glad you made it.
Take good care of yourself.
I'm not sure if you can hear it, but that is quite loud. Hopefully you can't, which is what I'm hoping. But right, let's actually go to the quest markers.
Done. Just need to tighten up this primary
Doctor,
drive servo.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Find my son, I guess.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Yeah, I guess.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Shaun's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Yeah, who built this?
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned...
So in many ways, it's kind of like if, looking a bit ominous of it. So it's kind of like, the Mars version of ours, like people going, the best of the best going to Mars, sort of thing.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
Alright, let's go through here. I was literally here. Tell you what, let's talk to people before we just randomly veer off and explore like a lunatic.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick.
Clayton Holdren.
Hey, Doc.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. Remarkable. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Sure, I'm interested.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
I haven't seen the gorillas, but I will see them in a second.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
What does everyone keep asking me about? You're making me sus now.
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Nah, I'm good for now, I guess.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Something about his voice and his face doesn't match, but maybe it's just me. What does everyone keep asking me whether or not I'm deciding on joining or not? It's like they want to be complicit in some like big dark secret. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm veering on the edge that this place has to have some form of dark secrets going on. FEV lab entry terminal. Wonder what on earth's gone in there. Well, I was gonna get zapped again, but luckily it didn't. There's plants. Got ya. Okay. Of course, yeah, we've got one of them. Black Institute lab coat. Haven't seen a black one yet. Whoop. Upstairs we go. And this is like the old room, easy. Is this like where it connects back up to the top part? Sort of thing. Because if so, that's quite interesting. It's like the old connects right to the new. Right. So let's go meet the other heads. Is that the gorilla?
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
Just think of it, there's actually no form of gorillas in this game I've noticed actually, which does make entire sense from the geography, but So let's go check out the other place. And then let me go check where that place with the simps sort of standing around like sentinels. Robotics.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now.
Synth retention, did that say? Yeah.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Report anything suspicious to the SR.
Welcome.
Discord here.
It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
I hope so.
It'll take some time, but I could learn to like it here.
I'm so glad to hear you say so. And promise I'll work hard to make sure that you do. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Didn't know Neil deGrasse Tyson was in this game. SRB. What does SRB stand for?
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
Always be vigilant.
Targeting package upgrades I asked for.
Maybe I just like the new like RGB sort of thing. I don't know.
I turn off the interferon?
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well.
Don't you look like the woman from Ozarks?
But try to remember that synths
Kinda.
are people.
If the robotics division was a little more careful, we wouldn't have synths trying to escape.
Justin Ayo. Right, let's talk.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Don't trust me. Yeah, no issues.
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention here. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Ooh, okay. Secret police.
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Combat experience.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Let's see what this one's all about.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Don't quite agree with that personally. It kind of reminds me of if anyone's watched Westworld, it's kind of like that, where it's kind of like you get to a point where basically the synths become so human, like it's like, do you then just like, is it ethical what's actually happening? But you know,
at full capacity.
We'll see, I guess, in this game. There's always two sides to a story in the Fallout game, so I want to see how they do it, I guess. Advanced systems. What constitutes advanced systems, I wonder? Is that like weaponry, I'm guessing?
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
That's an unusual character.
Hey. Yes?
First time I've seen a character that actually looks like that. Rosalind Orman.
Hey, Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
That's interesting. What schematics, actually?
What kinds of blueprints? Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High-energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us. Well, that was productive.
I'll take a few of these. So the more we go through this, the more it seems just slightly cultish. Maybe that's just my interpretation, but we'll see, I guess, how really severe it is or whatever.
I can't wait to see what you can do.
Alright.
Excuse me, Doctor? Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Yeah, I won't get in the way.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy. Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Progress report, what is that? Let's just
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind. Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Cut and dry, I guess. So what's Phase 3? I wonder. So Phase 3 sounds like a... Hang on. Let's play that.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Shaun. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence.
It's really exciting.
If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Alright. So he says use the network scanner holotape. Which means I'm gonna have to dive into that terrible menu screen I've got filled with so much stuff, but we'll do it anyway. So what is it? Because my brain's a network scanner holotape. So let's go from there. Is that it? Message from Tom. The Big D demanded a tutorial. Okay. So here it is. Short version. Plug this into any institute terminal and copy the message. Long version. Bitrate's been sending the short coded messages for years using an evil little encryption scheme. It was a bitch and a half to reverse engineer. Bitrate's got skill. But I nailed it. Put this holotape on any institute terminal and it will deliver a gift wrapped message straight to Bitrate. We're going into the belly of the beast, friends. Don't trust anyone. Cool. Is that the actual one I needed to do though? Use a network scanner holotape. Okay. So was he got like double quest lines for like something which is arguably the same thing? That's a bit weird. But let's get out of here. I don't actually know what the exit is. I think it might be here. If we can find that terminal. Is that it? So a message from Tom. Yeah, that's the one we read already. Copy encrypted message. Let's copy it. Oh yeah, we need to get that thing for Virgil as well. He's in bioscience, I'm guessing. Urgent reply 0. What's this? Acknowledge meeting at the advanced systems maintenance room. Okay. That was quick. It's faster than MSN Messenger, this is. And let me do the other scan as well. I'm confused. Do I have to do any one of them? Because he's kind of giving me like a weird like proposition. So load the holotape. Network scan. And then initiate network scan, right? Oh, institutionalized. Easy. Level 31. So he comes. Is this for the quest? The best father. We'll talk to him in a sec, but we're probably gonna have to end this here because timing-wise, it's getting quite advanced in. I know they say all the time towards the end, but editing does shave off quite a bit, or sometimes adds a little bit. So just for the peace of mind of not going too far over, I'll end it here. And next time we'll progress on with the missions. We do actually need to go and get Virgil's particular request because he did ask and he did get us into the institute, so we've got to like sort him out, you know, sort my man Virgil out. But yeah, with all that said and done, hopefully you did enjoy the episode. Was a bit of a not much action happening, mainly just dialogue and talking, but that's fine and it's to be expected at this point in a story, I guess. But yeah, do drop a comment as well if you do prefer it, or you have any suggestions on next games or playthroughs or anything of the like in the comment section below. Do subscribe if you want to see more content in the future, and by all means, most importantly, just enjoy the content. Hopefully it's enjoyable to others as it is for me to play as well. But yeah, with that said and done, I'll see you guys in the next one. Zetsu out. Have a good one.